What's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? I'm here to talk about Funkadelic releasing their fourth album, America Eats Its Young, of May 22nd, 1972. Happy 54 years to this classic, and it's their first double album to feature all the house guests on here, including with Bootsy Collins and Catfish Collins, his brother, and Chicken Gunnels, Rob McCollough, and Kash Waddy. It also features the Plainfield-based band US United Soul, which consists of guitarist Garry Shider and bassist Cordell Mosson on most of the tracks. Unlike previous Funkadelic albums, America Eats Its Young was recorded in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and in the UK. And the original vinyl version contained a poster illustrated by Cathy Abel. And the bottom of the poster features the first widespread appearance of the Funkadelic logo, which would appear on the cover of their next album, Cosmic Slop. So, more history about this. According to Dave Rosen of Inkblot, America Eats Its Young was radical in that it devours African American music whole and regurgitates it back as a virtual catalog of styles and sounds, and containing no hit singles and precious few catchy tunes. America Eats Its Young is primarily an experimental record that doubles as a lesson in the history of black music. And Dave Swanson of Ultimate Classic Rock said that Funkadelic stripped away the sounds of rock, funk, soul, and psychedelia, and that had defined their previous albums instead delivering a hard funk offering. Biographer Chris Needs described the album as Clinton's grand statement of the Vietnam War and on other elements that were afflicting his country, and further added that it featured Clinton's most ambitiously epic production yet to befit the socially conscious themes bristling among the love ditties and reworks. And extra history about this. Vernon Gibbs of Soul Sounds wrote in 1973 that most fans of Funkadelic were universal in their condemnation of certain parts of America Eats Its Young, while conceding it himself to have a dearth of top-notch material for a double album, and said that the consensus highlights could not offset the badly out stuff. Robert Christgau wrote in Christgau's Record Guide of 1981 that the album was marred by its double-length programmatic lyrics and usage of strings, as well as Funkadelic's continued use of sleeve notes by the Process Church of the Final Judgment, further singling out Biological Speculation and Loose Booty as the album's only good songs. And among retrospective reviews, Andrew Perry of Select panned the album as an unappealing, cluttered jazz rock fusion that was alone in the Parliament Funkadelic's discography, in which seldom earned the accolade of the Funkadelia. He also felt that Clinton was largely uninvolved with the album, which instead profiles vague polemic that provides neither the entertainment nor the hedonistic alternative of the Moon Age, an anti-manifesto that was Clinton's trademark. Christgau revisit the album for Blender, where he reiterated his dislike of the liner notes and described it as Funkadelic's worst album, whose domination by Bernie Worrell scorched the widespread and plausible Muzo theory that his keyboards were what made P-Funk, screwing chaos and screwing his friends. George Clinton was what made P-Funk. He later called it Clinton's most Zappa-seg album. And more positive was Ned Raggett of All Music, who described America Eats Its Young as a double album that was worth every minute of it, and a departure from the endless slabs of double album direct that came around the same time as Funkadelic brought, like, for example, Life, Soul, and much more to the party. The Rolling Stone album guide says that although America Eats Its Young is not Funkadelic's best album, it introduces key elements that will lead Clinton to Parliament, and such as vocal harmonies and Worrell's playing catchphrase heavy humor, and favored the party tunes over the album's political anger. Dominique Leone of Pitchfork called it a desperate schizophrenia. schizophrenic record, where Clinton's attempts to make it more crossover friendly were it thwarted by its length, adding there's simply too much material and too many conflicting directions to really make this seem anything other than a Frankenstein production. And he nonetheless compared it to the Beatles' 1968 self-titled album, due to it containing too much great stuff to dismiss, but by almost anyone's standards, contains more than it needs. Mojo named it expansive work by a huge funk collective. This record will be a classic forever, man, no doubt. Forget what the critics say. This album has dope hits on here. It's got the title track, you got Biological Speculation. Everybody is going to make it this time. If you don't like the effects, don't produce the cause. You hit the nail on the head. We hurt too. Blues Booty and A Joyful Process and Philmore, and then PUS. SY. And that was my girl, Balance, Miss Lucifer's Love. That's a crazy one. And Wake Up. Still a funky classic though. I'm still listening to it to this day. Shoot, 54 years? This album was released in 1972. This album is a classic forever, man. Look, it's got that dollar bill look. Look at that. Super rad, man. Classic. You know, if you love Funkadelic, I'm going to be on the real with y'all. Get this record in your collection if you love Funkadelic. If you love funk. What is your favorite song off this classic? Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and comment, and follow your boy, and I will be glad to return. Y'all have a blessed one, and stay safe. Look for this record at your local record store or online, and bump it on your turntables. This is a must to own in your collection. Still own it. It's part of the collection. Keep the P-Funk alive, y'all.